Imagine waking up at 2 a.m., hearing your garage door manually lift open from the inside, when you're supposed to be the only one home. For years, my family and I thought we lived in a safe, quiet neighborhood. We had the classic setup, a spacious house, a big open yard, and thick woods lining the back property. But last May, during a family barbecue, everything changed. It started with a voice at the front door asking to be let in, pretending to be a neighbor. Then it escalated to a shadow swaying in the dark of our garage, holding a weapon, before slipping out just as the door hit the floor. And the worst part? The police never found out who he was. Welcome to the dark archives. This happened very recently, in May of 2026. My brothers and our parents came over to my house for a holiday weekend barbecue. Our backyard is the best for hosting because we have a pool, a massive open grass area, and dense woods right at the back property line. It's the cliché setup for a horror movie, but we never thought anything of it. The hours flew by with food, drinks, and kids playing games. But right as nightfall settled in, we heard the most blood-curdling scream rip out from the woods. Everyone went dead silent. One of my brothers asked if it was a fox, but I knew better. I hear fox screams all the time. This sounded entirely, unnervingly human. We sent the kids inside immediately. My brothers and I grabbed flashlights and walked right to the edge of the tree line. I called out into the darkness, asking if someone needed help. Total silence answered back. We dismissed it as teenage pranksters on holiday, went back inside, and tried to brush it off as the night came to a close. Everyone had finally gone home, the kids were asleep, and my wife Nancy and I were exhausted. We had just climbed into bed, when a sound cut through the silence that you never want to hear at that hour, the front doorbell ringing. Nancy and I shot upright. I crept downstairs, stopped right before the door, and asked who it was. A man's voice answered from the other side, calm and demanding, "Hey, can you open up? It's important." When I asked him to identify himself, he claimed he was our neighbor down the road. When I asked for his exact name and address, dead silence hit the porch. The next second, I heard heavy footsteps walking off the front deck. He bolted. That maneuver terrified us. It wasn't a neighbor, it was someone trying to trick us into opening the door. We double-checked every lock in the house, eventually calming down enough to fall asleep out of pure exhaustion. The real nightmare started an hour or two later. Nancy shook me awake. She had heard the distinct sound of our manual garage door closing. Our automatic opener was broken, meaning if that door moved, someone was operating it from the physical track. My heart slammed against my ribs. I grabbed my pistol from the bedside drawer and told Nancy to stay put. I crept down the stairs. The interior door to the garage was locked, which meant if Nancy hadn't imagined the sound, someone was already inside the garage. I unlocked it, held my breath, and yanked the door open with my gun raised. I didn't flip the lights on, but in the dim glow of a tool charger in the far corner, I saw the silhouette of a person. They were standing there, swaying back and forth in a slow, unnatural rhythm. It made me want to throw up. I yelled out that I had a gun and locked my aim dead on the mass. Before I could pull the trigger, the dark mass lunged forward, grabbed the garage door, and heaved it open just enough to slip out into the darkness and escape. I flipped the lights on, secured the door, and called the 911 dispatcher immediately. When the sheriff's deputies arrived, they searched the house and the surrounding perimeter. They took our statements, documented the screams, the fake neighbor at the door, and the intruder in the garage. But there was nothing else they could do. It's been over a month since that night, and the fear hasn't gone away. I still don't know if the blood-curdling screams in the woods were tied to the man at the door or the stranger in my garage. But the thought that someone was watching, waiting, and testing our doors in the middle of the night, that's a nightmare that doesn't stop just because the sun comes up. We locked every door. We checked every window. But every time the woods get quiet outside, I listen a little closer. If you want to see the other files the authorities couldn't explain, hit subscribe. Stay safe out there.